What were some of the things that you picked up and you learnt from the challenge that you hadn't heard before, and then you're able to implement it into your stroke, and you like had that switch where you're like, okay, that makes sense, and I feel it?
Well, I really, I don't think I'd effectively kind of use my lats to really pull me forward. I think it was all kind of arm work before. And so that really kind of struck a chord. I hadn't really heard of the power diamond before, and that kind of opening your stroke to, bring your lats into, being effective.
And we made up that term, so it's no surprise that you that you hadn't heard it before.
That's why I hadn't heard it.
So yeah, and I sort of adapted that from there's an Olympic coach and former Olympic coach and swimmer, Gary Haring from New Zealand, who he mentioned this shape that you want under the body is like a diamond, and then I sort of took that and we called it the power diamond because it's really one of the most powerful parts of your stroke. And so, but it's a very good visual way to think of how you want to be under the body, because a lot of swimmers that we're working with in clinics and online, they'd pull straight through with a straight arm, and it's very much sort of upper shoulder, and it can really load up the shoulder. Whereas with that bit of bend in the arm, you tend to set yourself back into the lats a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's funny you should say that too, because I'd been complaining months ago, like at work, saying about how my right shoulder had been really, really sore. And this friend of mine who's also a swimmer, they're like, oh, well, that's a really common thing from swimming. And since having, done the training with you and going through the drills and everything, my shoulder is fine now. So it really helped take the focus off, just the arms and shoulders doing the work, and splitting it to your back, which is like your biggest muscle set there is. So yeah, it was really, really, it was quite eye-opening, to think, wow, I've been swimming this way for years and it's so ineffective. So yeah, it was a good realization.